crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now a play fake here on first down. He completes it to Boyd. That one goes for 24 yards. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota, he gets this one to Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Back to Mixon on first down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 50.
From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow. I've got blue lane. That's it.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 85 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking deep for Adams. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mixon with it. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. One. 58, boy. 58.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaq Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
47's the mic.
Here's Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Noah Spence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. All day.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick look.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And I think the ball's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2nd and goal from the 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From back at the 2, here's third and goal.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check safety, check safety. Finish the game.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now they run with Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 3rd down gain of 19.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
In your face.
On the toss, Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Big stop, let's go. Mike's 47. Coming to you, coming to you.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Keep it up, defense, keep it up. Right there. Three. He's checking. Crash.
1.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 1, 2. Hey, man.
Mariota on first down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mariota buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 3 yards.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Gold is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Roll. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Escaping the pressure right. Got his man. It's Williams. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Switch into yellow.
35 to Mike. Greystone trap. 35, Mike, 35.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
58 to Mike, 58.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Throwing is Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hodges. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Davante Adams, 83 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 76 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Switch!
At the
Switch!
38-yard line.
Set. Attack! Attack! 80 weapon! 80 weapon! Slam! Slam!
Yellow.
Box trap! Hey, switch gears! Switch gears! He's crashing! He's checking crash!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. Going deep here for Allen. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there. 49 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but now it'll be third down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Check. Hey, check Mike 57.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Preston Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mariota. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Third and short yardage, Mariota. He completes it to Boyd. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mixon with a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 58, boys. 58. 58. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
58.
Throwing here, Mariota. Got a man open, it's Ross. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
47.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because Both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bengals, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,